Hello, everybody. Harvey Talks Prison here. Today, I want to talk about the funniest fights I've seen in prison. I got this inspiration from Adam Talks, well, Australian prison stories. Adam, he's talking about the worst fights he's seen. I think I've already done one on that. But one time in front of the housing unit in South Central Correctional Center, these two guys get into it. And so, the housing unit is fenced off, so we're all like there. We could see it, you know. And one was telling the other one, "You better check my record," and the other one was saying, "You better check yourself before you wreck yourself." And they're just talking and talking and talking. Well, uh, one of the guys standing next to me says, "Looks to me like one of them's afraid and the other one's glad of it." Anyway, they finally, I don't know if one of them swung or what, but they finally like claps one another, and it's like they was hugging, and they was like dancing almost, going around in circles. And finally, they fell on the ground, and they had each other like wrapped up, and they wasn't hitting or nothing really. And they was just rolling around on the ground, and everybody was laughing. Now, the cops came out there and they broke it up and everything, but everybody laughed at them for a long time. Even after they got out of the hole, people was going up to them and just laughing and making fun of how they was fighting. Now, Potosi, when I was at Potosi, I'm not sure if you would call this funny or not, but it was definitely entertaining. And I think I've told this story, but I'm going to tell it again. There was, we got locked in our cells, and the only person out was a guy who was sweeping and mopping the floors and stuff. And these two SEALs came in. One was kind of a skinny guy, and the other one was this big woman. And I mean, it looked like she was strong, But they get to arguing out in the middle of this wing, pod, whatever you want to call it. And the next thing you know, they're throwing fists at one another. I mean, standing toe to toe, going at it. And everybody's crowded up in the windows. You got these narrow windows, and it's hard for two cellies to see out. One's got to be kind of above the other. And so everybody's trying to look out, and one of them drops the radio. The radio falls. Now, this guy didn't have to do this because they got an emergency thing on it. When the radio falls, lands on its side, it sends off an alarm, and all the guards come running. But he grabbed the radio and called for help. This guy that was sweeping and mopping. I would have never done that. But anyway, guards come rushing in there, and I think guards in the bubble already saw it anyway. And guards coming running in there, and they breaking it up, and they even tackled the guy, that was sweeping and mopping. But the weird thing is, I heard later, I don't know how true it is, that this inmate, and I'm going to call him an inmate, got a commendation for trying to help. I don't know how true that is, but I know if I would have picked up a radio, which I never would anyway, but if I would have, they would have put me in a hole. But that was, some people, I've told this story, and some people said, well, this guy shouldn't have been hitting a woman, and that's probably true, but I think she was getting the best of him, to be honest with you. I mean, they were standing toe to toe, going at it. Anyway, I thought I'd just tell these couple of stories. I mean, I got other funny stories of fights and different things. I'll tell one more. And this wasn't really a funny fight, but it's what happened to a guard that was running to the fight. When I was in Farmington, they have these pavilions that you can get under, and it was raining, and not hard, but like a mist, and it had been raining harder earlier. And there's a basketball court, and there's these guys playing basketball, and they get in a fight. Well, this basketball court is kind of like on a rise. There's like ground that goes up to it, and it levels off. Well, all these guards come running up. There's one that was closer, and he ran, and he slipped on mud and fell face first in the mud, and we all started laughing. He gets up, and he goes, "Stop laughing, I'm going to write you up." I mean, what can he write us up for? He said creating a disturbance, but anyway, that's all I got for you today. But if you want to know more, just let me know, and I'll tell you some more of them. But some of them, they're just funny fights. Some of them are funny things, like I just told you, that happen when guards run into the fight. But that's all I got for you today, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.